are suggesting that we classify assets in three general ways, one of which I mentioned yesterday. So the first one, which is convertibility, classifying assets based on how easily it is to convert them into cash. Ultimately, that is from an accounting perspective, how we classify small business owners' assets, right? The second way we classify them is through physical existence. So, do they exist in the world? Do they not exist in the world? And I'm going to get back to that in a second. And three, the usage, classifying assets based on their business operation usage. So there's actually three different ways that we can classify our assets. If we're going to go through, the convertibility way, which is way number one, we want our current assets and we want our fixed assets. If we're looking at the physical existence of an asset, we want to split it between tangible assets. So tangible means things that we can touch, feel, very much like our home, right? Fixtures in our home, computers, keyboards, mouses, mice, things like that. These are all tangible assets. Intangible assets are things like Goodwill, because that's intangible. We can't touch, feel, smell. Goodwill. And then third way is based on usage. Is it an operating asset? Basically, is it something that we need in order to continue operating as our business? Or are they non-operating assets? It doesn't matter if we are in business or we're not in business, there's still going to be assets on our books, similarly to line of credits, 401ks, and other investments and securities. So there's different ways that we can structure our chart of accounts to show all of our different assets, whether it's based on convertibility, physical existence, or usage. As we're thinking about how we want our assets to look on our financial statements, how we want to be able to compare and contrast our assets on the basis of time. So what did we do in January compared to what we're going to do in June? We're going to want to talk about and think about how we allocate, what we put on the top. What do we want to see first? Okay. And here for my lives, I'm on here talking about accounting and talking about bookkeeping practices and talking about, hopefully in the next 10 weeks, kind of more accounting basics. But as I'm doing that, I also want to continue to provide outside information, information that maybe you wouldn't necessarily get if you just Googled types of assets, right? Because that's kind of what I'm here for. So while we think about the types of assets that we have and how to classify them, let's think about the type of assets that aren't, typical assets that we would normally think about in the accounting and bookkeeping world. And one of the very big ones is Goodwill. Okay, so when I was in school and we were taking accounting classes, Goodwill was actually a very large part of that. One of the things that I do as an accountant is I make sure that the books and records are accurate and clean, not just for our tax purposes, but in the event that we want to sell or dissolve our company. And when we look to sell our company, when we look to make a transition from where we are today to where we want to be tomorrow, Goodwill 100% plays a part in that. So as you're thinking about your assets, as you're thinking about your asset classifications, while it is very important to keep your books and records as close to standard as possible, it is also very important to customize your books and records to reflect your business as close as possible. So if you have intangible assets that you can put a number to, you don't necessarily consider them an expense and you want to allocate them as an asset, I say go for it. You know, if you can plug in the intangibles section and give a dollar amount to an intangible asset, I say you should definitely do that. For those of you who know me and who have kind of been following my journey and know me on a personal level, you know that today, Tuesday, is my BNI day. It's my networking day. And every single week, you know, I am reminded and almost forced to recognize how very much of an asset this network is to me. So, for example, I received 3 referrals today. 3 referrals, not 3 leads, and there's a very big difference between the two. But 3 referrals today. And there's a value to that. There's a number value to that. Maybe it isn't something that the government needs to necessarily know about or keep track of for our tax purposes, but we as small business owners should think about the value that we receive in intangible assets and how that compares or even how that leads to us growing other types of assets like our current assets and our fixed assets. So even though I didn't put that here on the on the post here, today is #Tuesday tip, right? And so since we are talking about classifications, I do want to just note that if you are a small business owner and you have some intangible assets that you want to classify on your books and records, go ahead and do that. And think about it. Think about what worth you would put into these intangible assets. For me, my BNI group has led to, and it is April. So in the last 12 months has led to about $30,000 of additional business, of additional cash, so closed business into my business. And in the 3.5 years that I've been here in BNI, it's led to almost $70,000 of closed business. Now, to me, that's a serious asset. That is not an expense. That's an asset. I will again and again and again pay for my membership because I can leverage it. And there are other types of assets that we should think about as well that we can leverage, other people that we have in our lives that we can leverage that aren't truly should be classified as assets. So that is my Tuesday tip from me to you. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you're watching this on replay, go ahead, press #replay. If you think that this is some important information and you know someone in your network that could benefit from having some more educated background on accounting principles, please share this video. I would love to make sure that they get this information. Thank you guys so very much for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my Wisdom Wednesday. Have a good evening. Bye.